Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, or welcome if this is the first time, to my Flosstube channel. This is a channel about cross stitch, and I keep looking at myself and not where the camera's at. Sorry. This is a channel about cross stitch and the things that you can get at my Etsy store, and a sprinkle of other things in between. I have a lot to show today, guys. I mean, I would say most of everybody is always like, get you a cup of coffee, sit on, you just grab the pot, because I have been excited to film this and dreading it, because okay, I thought the cats had settled down a little bit, but apparently they have not. I think he just made my camera crooked. I hope not. If so. So, yeah, I have a ton of stuff. And part of it's my fault because I actually busted my butt to get all my listings in and drafted and all my photos taken so that when I'm done recording this, I can set everything to live. I got 41 things coming to my shop. So yeah, I busted my butt to get it all in and was able to have yesterday afternoon and evening to myself to get to stitch. And I did do some stitching. But what I did more of was purchasing. Personal purchasing, because we all know I already over purchased for the shop, because I want all the things to give you all the things. Yeah, so I did get some stitching done, which is good, but apparently I don't need time to myself. Apparently I just need to be busy, and I just need to do my shop stuff because it keeps me from spending money. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start off with my new starts. And I showed this before with the fabric, like on my first one. Ooh. I need to, okay, so one piece of new haul. Fat Quarter Shop, first of all, must be back on their normal shipping schedule, which is amazing because I ordered this after the last video and I already have it. This is the Lori Holtz designer boards for quilts. But watch what I'm about to do. So, this Autumn Lane Stitchery is doing a stitch along, a mystery stitch along. We've got 3 little guys here. I started this one. His name is Rufus. These guys don't have names yet because they come to me as I'm stitching. I guess. I don't know. So, Rufus, he's doing good. He needs to eat. He needs to eat a little something, but it's okay. I'm not body shaming him in any way. But yeah, he needs to eat a little bit. Add a little bit, fill out a little bit. He's a little skinny. But I mean, I just did that last night, so it's stitching up fairly quickly. I don't know how many, it was hours. I'm not sure how many hours I was doing it. Because that's what happens. I sit there and I zone. I don't pay attention to time. That's what happens to me all the time. My husband will be like, hey, you about done? And I'm like, I only need like 20 more minutes. 2 hours later. It's like, I'm going to bed without you. All right. That's fine. Don't hurt my feelings. So here are the colors that are used. This board is so good. That are used in the first little set. We have a ton more of colors and fancy stuff that I don't know how to use, but I'm gonna learn. And I even got beads. This is so far above my skill. That's fine. So yeah, so this is what's used on, these are the ones that are used on the first one. So I just make my own little things, and this is all DMC, and I just put the numbers on the back. If this sounds like I have a herd of elephants in my house through this whole video, it's gonna piss me off. Because that's gonna be annoying for y'all if it's that loud. And y'all can't see her, but old lady's behind me. She's so good. Oh, she cleaning. She looks like she's licking my butt. She's not. She's cleaning her paw. God. That's what I get for leaning forward. You can't take me nowhere, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I sitting on you? Oh, speaking of cats and butts. So, normally, normally Skeeter goes in his condo at night. And it's just because he has claws. The other cats don't have claws. I'm not going to get on a claws subject, but the other cats don't have claws. And then old lady here, she just has 3 working paws. So, which does not slow her down, by the way. So I don't want him out there and accidentally hurt one of the other two. Not on purpose, but scratch their eye or whatever. Because him and Arlo play hard. I mean, you can hear it. And so normally he's in his kitty condo at night just because we can't monitor them. And well, since Jasper now has an issue of wanting to get out of the bed, I'll remind everybody over here. And then I'll put what it should look like here, just so we can see. Okay. So the other night, Jasper, I don't even know if I took a picture, I'll put it here. If I didn't, then I'm pointing at nothing. I literally put like a barricade trying to keep him in on that side of the bed. And it's only when my husband's out, when he's at work, that I have a problem because he gets off that side of the bed. Well, he kept jumping over my barricade. And I'm like, I've had enough. Like, I cannot sleep for 5 minutes and then turn the flashlight on my phone and check to make sure he's still in the bed. I can't do it. So I was like, that's it, buddy. You've ruined your life. You're gonna have to sleep in your kennel. I don't know what to tell you. So, put him in his kennel. He was not happy, but he did fine. He didn't whine. He didn't cry. He knew he was bad. And so then I just opened the door because we have to shut the bedroom door now so he doesn't get up here. So I opened the bedroom door back up since he was in his kennel, and I was tired, and I did not feel like searching for Skeeter. So I was like, he's fine. He'll be out. He's fine. So I go to bed. Well, I'm not used to having the bed to myself anymore. I'm used to a dog pressed. He spoons me. Legit. I'm used to a dog having pressed all the way against me with his nose in the back of my neck, and I'm on this much bed when we have a king size bed, and there's all this bed over there. So if me and my husband are in the bed, he's in between us. He has his head on my butt, because I sleep on my side, and his feet on his dad, or vice versa. Like, he has to touch both of us. So then he pushes us both to the outside edges. Y'all, I didn't have kids because of this. The animals are worse. So anyways, so I'm not used to getting the whole bed. So I was in the middle of the bed, sleeping so good in my little curled up fetal position, when all of a sudden something was trying to burrow through under my butt in between my thighs. Kind of woke me up, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Skeeter trying to go in between my legs as I'm in fetal position underneath my butt. You can't make this shit up. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's just like, meow. And I'm just like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. No, that's not what we're doing here. I'm gonna put you in your kitty condo, and I'm gonna zip you up. Stop it. Because you're being weird. Quit being weird. So I told my husband about this. I'm supposed to be showing y'all stuff, but the story is good. So I told my husband about it. He's like, oh yeah, he does that. Do you think you should tell me that we have a youngin' who has issues with wanting to bury himself under your buttocks? How did he not mention that to me? He let me find out at 2:30 in the morning when I'm dead asleep. My children are weird, but I love, except for her. She's the best. Aren't you, baby? Icy. Icer Beaners. Hi, Icer Beaners. She's the best. She's the only one I think that speaks English, too. Because she's the only one that listens. Like, if I'm like, don't do that. She doesn't. If I just played around with this fob and broke it. Oopsie daisy. How did I do that? I fiddle too much. Oh well, we'll fix it later. Oh, did you get down? She thinks that I told her to get down, I think. All right, baby girl, bye-bye. Sweetness. Okay, also, this is also part of my haul's a little mixed in with my new starts. I got me another bag from Stitch Toolbox. Look at this. Oh, look at that cat. Oh my God. Y'all, I can't with this bag. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. And ooh, look what the new start is. Yeah, so since I showed it last time with my bathroom, I'm like, oh, I should totally start it. Then start it. So I told myself. I sounded very aggressive. Sorry. So yeah. So I started this, ink circles. And I'm going to, I think I ordered this from my shop. I think it should be here Monday or Tuesday. I'm not going to say it. We all know I have a problem. I'm not going to say it. And then as my husband reminded me, because I kept telling him how with my shop I have a problem. I'm addicted. I have a problem. He's like, well, Pumpkin Creek Primitives, it is PCP. I hear it's addictive. And I'm like, stop. He's like, yeah, you should totally get shirts made up that say on the front, like, I have a stitchy problem. Or I'm a stitchy addict. And then on the back say, didn't know I had a problem, so I found PCP. And I'm like, I can't. I mean, it's funny. Who's going to wear that? It's terrible. It's terrible. But it's a little funny. All right. So, I also got this needle minder. It's a Mayflower one from Stitch Toolbox. Because I needed something for my Kraken project. And I have a Kraken one somewhere. A needle minder. It was one of the first needle minders I got, but it's on a Cameo, so it's really heavy, and I stitch in hand. So I have to have like the light wood ones or the resin ones. Because any of the ones that are like enamel pins or any of that stuff, they're just too heavy. And they annoy me. But this is where I got. Not too bad. It was my work project, so I stitched it during lunch, which is about anywhere from 30 to 20 minutes. Depends on how long it took me to eat my food. So I really enjoy it. And y'all remember what this was on? Because I don't. Dadgummit. I didn't realize how much I say dadgummit until I go back and edit my videos. All right, it's Lugana. It's 32 count. I am loving stitching on this. So I was correct when I looked at it and said that I thought this would be easier because it doesn't, it's true. Yeah, I did it. I did a lot of it. So I'm loving this. And I didn't want to put it down, but then I started feeling bad because then I neglected my steady boyfriend from last week. Which I got another bag from Stitch Toolbox. Y'all, I'll have to show you the inside of this bag too. This is my steady boyfriend from last week. I didn't go see him at all for, I think maybe I saw him for 30 minutes. Maybe. Here's the inside. And that's so cute. I love her boxes. Love her bags. And then these are the colors. Y'all, this is so much easier. Because they hold up. These are the colors in there. I mean, those colors are just to die for, which I know I've already said like 15 million times. Just trust me. So, let's use the board again, Bobby. That's what we have it for. Yeah, I did that. So that can't even be an hour. I bet that was a one lunch period. I bet that was like a 30-minute. Ooh. And I have this upside down, don't I? No, I don't. No, I don't. So, it's pitiful. I mean, and I still love working on it. But it's that gum cracking. That's the other problem is like I have greener grass. I have that, started that cracking and just was loving it, even though it requires math in my mind. Because I got to go for 2. But it is funny, your eyes do adjust and they kind of just know where to go. It's crazy how that is. So yeah, he didn't get much love this week. He was superseded by the Kraken, but it's a Kraken, so of course. And then this is still my Dot Dot Goose bag. I did a little bit on the Primitive Hair Pendle Hill Witches. And I just love this pattern. I need to work on it. Work. And I had 3 projects in this bag, so I don't even know if all of these may not all be Pendle Hill, but they need to be brushed. You can't see all the colors when I do that. Yeah. So they may not all be Pendle. And I didn't get much on this one either. But what I did get was, I actually got to cut down the fabric. So I got that done. And finished up some stuff in here. But I got to cut down the fabric. So that was huge. And I haven't worked on it since I cut down the fabric. Because this one was, I mean, I fought it pretty hard. It was a giant piece. I mean, I had 3 projects on it. And have enough I could put another project on what I cut off. So, it was huge. Huge piece of fabric. It's going to be so much easier working on that. Okay. Oh, before I put that in there. So now let's move on to finishes. So, I had shown, like I'm organized or something. I got a little thing. I'd already shown this. Y'all, I'm loving this thing, even though I've already got threads on it. So, I'd already shown this. This was I think it's a freebie on the Primitive Hairs blog. But it was on that project with Pendle Hill. And my finish, because that was already finished. So, Pickety Witch. There she is. Oh, I love her so much. And I have to say, I did pretty dadgum good on them words. And like I said before, I think the way I want to finish her is I'm going to do like a shadow box. And I have all these little Tim Holt Apothecary bottles. And I think I want to like fill some of them with bones and do some of it with like black glitter within like the clear Elmer's glue, and you put them in there, and so it looks like, you know, you can kind of, I don't know, and it's gonna go in a shadow box. And I think I'm gonna make up some stuff that looks like a spell or something and burn the edges and just have it all in there with her, because it's gonna go in our creepy bedroom. Have I talked about the creepy bedroom? I think I did, because this is where the antique furniture is going. That's creepy. My mom got it as a teenager, and it was old as hell when she got it, when it was given to their family. So I have no idea how old it really is. Oh, my shirt. So you guys, check out this baby. Feeling cute. Might whoop Jolene's ass today. I don't know. That's how I'm feeling. My husband's already calls me sassy pants today. So I said, well, that's funny because I got the perfect shirt. And that's what I did. Okay. So I feel like I watch other people when it's like an hour long, and I feel like they go over a ton of stuff, and then I feel like I have barely started speaking and it's 21 minutes in. Hold on, high octane. Sorry about that. So we're still on my personal, a personal haul. And I have to say, a lot of enabling was happening, watching other people. The first is, please tell me y'all have seen this. Look at her in all of her glory. I love this pattern. Love it. I reached out to Cassandra to see if I could carry them in my shop, and currently they wholesale to brick and mortars, but Etsy is, like, since they're on Etsy, she doesn't want to sell to Etsy shop owners yet, but hopefully when they have a website, she's willing to. And I said, that's fine. I will circle back around. Don't worry. I love their stuff. So I have this notebook. I am not going through this notebook. Don't freak out. Don't worry. Don't turn me off. I promise I'm not going through all this. One day we will. But I wanted to show you other patterns of theirs, and you really need to go check out their Etsy page shop. And I mean, they're just phenomenal. I love the silhouettes. And I've had these I've had these for a while, some of them. And I mean, I love all of their stuff. So I'm really looking forward to them hurrying up and getting that website so I can carry their stuff. But I'm really going to love stitching the Lunar Witch. I mean, she's just, and Cassandra's husband, Aaron, is the one that actually does the designing. And I guess really Cassandra, I guess, kind of sometimes comes up with the concept, and then he's the one that puts it onto paper, so to speak. And then she does all the model stitching, which is amazing. I don't know how she has time to do anything, because that's a lot. It's a lot of stitching. I got some more washi tape. It's Lori Holt washi tape. So you will start seeing some of this, probably not till spring, on your packages, because I use washi tape when I'm packaging up. And speaking of, there's a very sweet, brand new Flosstuber, and her channel is Stitching in the Stacks, which is such a cute name. She's a librarian, I think for elementary kids, which is even cuter. And she mentioned that she had ordered some stuff from me, and she actually like showed off what she got in her little goodie bag, and it was very sweet. So yeah, if you want a sneak peek of what the goodie bag looks like. And I think I said before, no goodie bag is the same from your, well, unless you're like, I don't want to say her name because she won't let anybody know. But my one customer who I'm going to have to circle back around, she's about to get the first goodie bag again because got 15 orders in and I am running out of ideas. So, but outside of that, for at least the first good 8 or 9, they're different. I tried to do that because, I mean, not that I'm sure everybody would love the first goodie bag every time, but I don't know. I think it just makes it feel special. And then I'm paying attention to how many times you've placed an order in my shop. Just kicked the thing. Sorry. I also saw on a couple people were doing the needlework tag, which when I printed that off, like know your needleworker, it's from like 2014. So I don't know if I was watching really old ones, because sometimes I let, he just tried to climb the wall. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm working over here. I'm doing stuff. Quit. Insanity. I caught him this morning climbing the jamb to the door. He was halfway up. My other two are so tame. And this one is a spider monkey. 100%. Actually, probably should have named Skeeter Spider Monkey, because he actually looks a little bit like one. Definitely acts like one. But anyways, know your worker tag. Sometimes I let YouTube just roll to the next suggested thing. So I don't know if I was watching something from long ago. I would like to go through these. But I don't know if y'all want to be here for 4 hours. Maybe I'll pop one in every now and then when I move to the next thing. How about that? First one it says is, where do you live? In my house. Now, I live in Spring Hill, Tennessee. We are about 20 minutes south. Well, that's not true. We're about 20 minutes south of Franklin, which if y'all don't know where Franklin's at, that does you no good. So we're about 35, 40 minutes south of Nashville, if that helps. Yo, if I have to record this again, what is your problem? He is crazy. I can't even turn y'all. Blake, what are you doing? There's nothing out there. What are you doing? I see my M&Ms, my Jelly Bellies. They'll get me through the day. Now we're all high again. Well, y'all know what I mean. Okay. This stitch along that I've not started the first stitch on with Clouds Factory Halloween Parade released the last piece. Am I up there? Am I showing it? So it's the one on the bottom was the final one. Isn't that cute? It'll probably get stitched next year, let's be honest. I also got Basic Witch. I got their other stuff too, but it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I just didn't print it off to show. But since I got this one yesterday, I thought I'd show it off. It's so cute. And I also got the Witch Please. And then I started watching another, they're not new to Flosstube. They're new to me. Sorry, cat. Steel City Stitchers. And there's 4 of the ladies. And they're on Skype or Zoom or whatever. And I really enjoyed, I was watching them while I was stitching yesterday afternoon. And I probably watched 4 or 5 episodes, but backwards. Because that's the way I watched the newest one. And then YouTube kept suggesting it would like skip one. I mean, it. So yeah, I was watching it in reverse. just dumb, but whatever. One of the ladies, Jody, I think she's my soulmate. Everything she stitches, I am dying over. And speaking of what she stitches, because she's obviously a Friday the 13th fan too. So I ordered mask. Should I just do the whole show like this? Is this not amazing? Except for my mouth. Oh my gosh. Y'all. And this phone, I can't breathe. This phone picks up sound so well. I really hope. Maybe I can tune out background noises. I don't know if I'm that educated to figure it out, but maybe. So anyways, watching Steel City Stitchers, they, one of the ladies, and I hate that I can't remember her name, possibly Christine. She was stitching on, oh, where'd it go? She finished this from the Witchy Stitcher. And I have a ton of the Witchy Stitcher stuff. But that teal, and this is what they were talking about, looks so great with that orange. And he is so stinking, I mean, he's just, I'm obsessed. He's so cute. I love it. So, because I saw that and had to, it had to come home with a bunch. So I got Eat the Rude because, of course. And these are all available, I'm sure, on her website and her Etsy. Trick or Treat with Little Sam. I'm Hollow Inside, which is phenomenal. Because I am a little bit. From Beetlejuice, No Feet. It's the one I was talking about. I think Flosstube #1, I said that was in my cart. Well, that's what happened. And then this one, Boo You Whore. I cannot help it. It cracks me up so bad. And I have, speaking of that, speaking of that, I have, sorry, you're going to see my butt. I have a little pin case. It looks like cross stitch. This says shut your whore mouth. Now, y'all, my mama is a sweet, sweet, sweet Jesus loving woman. I mean, I love me some Jesus too, but so this was sitting out in my house and she did where she didn't read it first in her head. She started just reading it out loud and she goes, shut your whore mouth. And I just start laughing. I'm like, it's so funny. And she's like, I don't. And I'm like, it's just funny. Just believe me. It's funny. Just stop. And she's like, I don't understand why you would want anything with that. And I was like, and that's why I didn't buy it for you. That's why it's mine. But yeah, so that Boo You Whore, it just reminds me of this. And I'm glad this was so within reach. Except for you saw my booty. But that's fine. That's fine. The more the merrier. High octane. Got condensation everywhere. All right, more for the haul. Just another button company. I have so many. I don't use buttons. I don't know why I have so many. I'm part of their monthly club. I think it's because, like, I mean, who doesn't want a button that looks like that? I don't know why I tried to go way over there. I mean, these little buttons, I mean, this little, oh. I mean, they're buttons. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I promise. Oh. Sorry. I mean, they got some square button. They got some letter buttons. Look at his little ass. So cute. They got all kinds of little buttons in here. Look at this little guy. So, yeah, I just like buttons, I guess. Which is probably why I have buttons in my little goodie bags. Is because, and someone on social media through a friend she helped me pack some goodie bags. And so she was putting on her social media that she was spending her wild Friday night at my house packing goodie bags. And a friend of hers asked, why are there buttons in there? And Amy was trying to answer her so seriously, like, I think they're probably for pillows or something. And then she tagged me, and I was like, because who doesn't love buttons? That's why they're in there. What crafter does not have a jar somewhere of buttons? You ain't gonna do nothing with them, but you got them just in case, right? I have a drawer, a whole drawer of these little things. Oh, and I'm part of their pin club too. I don't even have. Oh, I'm lying. I do have a tomato. It's a tomato. It was not an earthquake. That was my big size 10-foot hitting the tripod. I apologize. Yeah, so I mean, buttons, right? I mean, one day. They'll go on pillows one day. I ain't never gonna make no pillow. I ain't never. Okay, so I also watched Liz Matthews' YouTube channel. And one of the videos I watched was her and her mother, Kathy Barrick. Y'all, they should do everything. They need to do the news. They need to do the weather. They need to do everything together all the time. I have never laughed so hard in my life at that duo. It's kind of like Pam and Steph are pretty funny too, because every now and then there's a little jab, jab, jab. But Liz and Kathy, Kathy just saying whatever comes out of her mouth, which I love, and Liz being like, all right, Mom, you can't say that. And she's like, I didn't say that. When did I say that? It's the cutest. I love the daughter trying to tell the mom to not cuss. It's adorable. And like I said, they should do everything together. Like I would watch them. They could do a newscast. They could do the weather. They could do sporting events. I'm fine with that. I would watch them. 100%. I would watch them. But then I watched one of her newer Flosstubes. I think that was like 3 or 4 ago. This happened. Y'all. Liz. I'm not as bad as you. I didn't buy 3. But I did buy 2. And it's because exactly what you said. Now, probably when one of these gets half empty, I'll buy another one. Because I've got one that's just for myself. Because I just won't look at it. I probably won't never use them. These stickers. And I'm going to cut them out. And they're going to go in my goodie bags. They are the most random, amazing things ever. I'm not flipping through this whole thing. Y'all, it's amazing. They're the craziest. I mean, I can't. So I'm going to try to chop them up. That's why I got 2. Because this one's going to be chopped up. I mean, they're just great stickers. And the best part is the back of each one. They're like this. So that you can cut them out. And you won't mess up the other stickers. Isn't that great? I mean, these are just phenomenal. I promise I'm not going to look through this anymore, right? Oh, that butterfly page. Okay. You should go by Amazon. They, I mean, they have, I mean, it's just, it's so random. All the wild, crazy, I mean, look at this craziness. I like the weird. We've already discussed this. I like the weird and the creepy. Oh, and then it's got the whole, like, alphabets in the back. Oops. So, yeah. This is amazing. The Antiquarian sticker book. And it's over 1,000 Victorian stickers. And I bought 2 books. All right, we are still on haul, folks. Personal haul. And we are 40 minutes in. I ain't even got to my shop stuff. And I have so much shop stuff. I'm not even going to show. I was planning on maybe showing more of like my stash that I have, because I'm not done with all that. My personal stash. But yeah, it's not going to happen today. I had purchased some needle minders a while back, and I thought I would show them. This is from the Mad for Minders, and I had bought them before I did, but just to show them off, because I've got this for my Lizzie Borden primitive hair pattern. So, because I'm a coordinator, at least I try to be. Cocaine tooth drops, which I do have a pattern that my friend Amy stitched up for me in the most grandma colors. It's just great grandma colors, mauves and whatnot. And cross stitch piece is framed up and it says, "Please don't use cocaine in the bathroom." And that is in our bathroom. Again, my house is a little weird. All right, my punch needle and primitive stitcher finally came in. Everybody else has had theirs. Everybody's been showing it. I've been super jelly. But, and I want to show this. Oh, look, I got to renew mine. Oof. This right here. I don't even have to tell you. I mean, you already know that's Barbara. Like, you already know. Michelle G, Bendy Stitchy, is doing this. She was doing it on one of her live stitches. And I just love it. And I kept going, when's mine coming in? When's it coming in? They got here. So I'm so excited to stitch that. And also, speaking of Michelle, she did a live the other night and gave me a shout out in the beginning. And she left an amazing comment on one of my Flosstubes. Amy Loves Toads gave me a shout out. And also commented on one of my videos. Niecy Lynn gave me a shout out. And also, we were chit-chatting back and forth on one of her videos. I have to say, you guys, I hope you know how wonderful it is that you guys are reaching out to us newbies. It means so much to have people that have the established channels with large following to mention us. And I honestly, I don't know if you'll ever know how much it actually means to us. And I'm speaking for all newbies because that's what I'm doing now. Yes. I appreciate it so much. I was fangirling so hard the other night when I got comments from Michelle and Amy. I was fangirling so ridiculously hard. Then I saw where, if any of you are not watching Noah Stitches, you should totally check out his channel, Flosstube. I actually... because I watch Married with Stitches, which you should check them out too. But Christian and Derek had Noah on there. It was a bonus video a month or so back. And now Noah has his own channel. And he started following me on Instagram and I almost lost it And then I realized he lives in Nashville. So I tried to comment and tell Noah we should totally do a collab video, but I think I came off a little thirsty. So I promise I'm cool. I fangirled hard. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I promise, Noah, I'm not thirsty. I'm not. I mean, a little bit. I would love to do a collab sometime. Or just hang out and stitch. We don't have to do a video together. We just hang out and stitch. I mean, you're so close. So that would be amazing. Also, want to always give a little shout out to Strawberry Field Stitches. She's new. I think she's got 2 or 3 videos now. She's also ordered from my shop. And I just appreciate all the support coming from everywhere. It's absolutely amazing. Again, this community, can't say enough. It's an amazing community. It really is. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Okay. Sappy, done. We're done. We're moving on. No sappy. Remember, I'm hollow inside. So apparently I joined another stitch along. I had to buy the bag to prove it. I forgot to print out the thing, but Fat Quarter Shop started the whole obsession that I have. And y'all, I have all of this stuff and I've only been stitching a year. If I had been stitching for 20, I don't think you'd be able to move in my house. I would have so many things. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stitch it in October of this year. But I'd like to, it's cute. And I got the little, let me dig in my little bag of goodies. Oh, where'd he at? Uh-oh. Oh, here he is. I got the little ghost pool. He's so cute. Oh, too cute. See? Too cute to spook. And then apparently I got mulberry. It must have been in my cart from when I was trying to find, I don't know what the light's doing. That sun just does its own thing, doesn't it? Does not want to cooperate. It's getting ready to go bright again. That's what happens when you don't have curtains on your windows, but you can't because you literally have a cat that would 100% be at the ceiling if I did. Yes, I don't know. Oh, speaking of Gentle Arts, so I placed my order with Gentle Arts. I got 50 of their most popular, and then I got Raven. Because I can't find Raven anywhere, and I need it for one of my projects. So I also bought Raven. So I will be carrying Raven. If anybody needs Raven out there, yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get it in, but I will have it. And then I got one of the limited edition, or a couple of limited edition ones too. So hopefully they're coming soon. So also from Fat Quarter Shop haul, I got Hazy Gray. I think this is what the stitch along, it's Fabric Flare. I think this is what the stitch along is stitched on, which is why I have it. But I went on a fabric ordering frenzy last night. Y'all, I have so much fabric here. I don't know why. Why do I do that? Why? Anyways, I bought more. Stop eating tape. Skeeter. No, stop. Okay. So, sorry about that. You gonna come see me? Hi. Hi, come up here. Hi. No? Okay, we're just gonna play with stuff on the floor. I ordered more of this last night because I didn't remember, even though I opened this package on Saturday, I didn't remember that I already had it. Come here, Bubba. Wanna say hi? Hi. I need to wash my face. went down? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so now I'm going to have 2 pieces, which is fine, because if this is for the stitch along, I would love having the other piece. It works. It works. But I'm out. Careful. Let's go to nurse. I bought a lot more different fabric flares, which I tried to carry her in my shop, but we have a communication problem. I love it. But it is what it is. So from my distributor, Yarn Tree is one of them, because you can buy stuff in there too, but they sell these things called shorts. And I've been wanting to try 18 count. I think I talked about that. If I didn't, I'm telling you now. Because I feel like it's going to look like the 36, right? But I'm a sissy. So they give you, this is like a 14 by 43. And this is Zyger. I can't say, y'all, I can say it in my head and then I try to say it out loud. It don't work. So y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the one that all of them are the base of. And this is, it says parchment or sand. So does that mean that somebody calls this sand sometimes and sometimes it's called parchment? Does that mean somebody wrote this out and didn't know what the hell the color was? But it's only 14. It's so long. So, but it's just a really good way, because I only paid like $7 for it. Less than $7. So I figured that's a really good way to try out some stuff, or even see what colors look like, because I did the same thing. Ooh, I tried out some more Lagana because I thought it was going to be good, and then I started stitching on it with the crack in it. It was great. So do they just all have 2 different names? Because it says mushroom and then parentheses it says light mocha. I don't know. I'm new. Why is my face so red? I'm not that hot. This is a 30 by 55. So it's a big old piece. I'm not even unrolling all that. But, oh, well, you get the picture. And this is a 36 count. I think it's 36. I can't tell. Nope, I'm just kidding. It's 28 count. Just kidding. And so for this one, I paid 20 bucks for a 30 by 55 because it's just a random shortcut. I don't know how they get random shortcuts, because they sell stuff by the yard and only by the yard. So I'm not really sure how that works, but I don't ask questions. I just buy it, right? And then I got, this is 18 count Ada Country Mocha. And then I paid, and this is a 9 by 43. So this could be good for a bunch of little projects. And I paid $4.50 for it. So it's not very wide, but there's a bunch of stuff that can fit on that, right? I mean, so I think I will continue to do these little shorts. I think they, y'all, this light on fold laundry. I'm sorry, I got my bags are wrinkling. I guess I could be answering another one of these questions I said I was going to answer, and I answered one. So the other question is, what do you do for a living? I count beans. I am a controller, which is a fancy way of saying an accounting manager that does everything financially for a real estate development company in Nashville. I've been there for 10.5 years, and I love it. I love my boss because he's the owner. It's very small. It's amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and I have an Etsy shop. That's what I do. The next one is, do you have any children? Human? No. and no thank you. Me and my husband decided early on, that's not our life. It's not the life for us. It's a life for many. You guys go do that. I'll be over here with our double income, no kids. We dinks. So I'll be over here spending all my money on crafts because I don't have kids, except for my little fur babies, which get spoiled. And I spend a lot of money on them, to be honest. But I don't have to worry about college. So it's perfect. It's perfection for us. All right. Back to Michelle G. She was also an enabler. You guys. And she showed the Instagram post of the lady who actually has the bed coverlet that is this pattern, that's been in her family for like 100 and some years. I don't have all that information, but what I do have is this is a freaking awesome pattern that you can get at Modern Folk Embroidery online. It's gorgeous. I think though, I think she's a big one though. Cause, okay. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. We'll just go with that. I can't look at those counts and tell y'all what it is. I just know that it's not in the 200s on either side. Which I think is crazy, because then I'm starting to wonder if only one part... Oh, no. One part is 146 wide and 281 high. And then you repeat the pattern 3 times. I'm just kidding. That's a big ass pattern. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And then, I don't remember where I found this, because it wasn't, nobody talked about it. I think it's just me poking around and buying all the things. Look at this, Witch House. And this is a new designer, or newer designer, Blackwood and Briar. And I have reached out to her because I'd like to carry her patterns. I've not heard back yet. That's okay. Not everybody is glued to their devices like I am. I scare people sometimes how fast I reply to say, thank you for your order. I'm Pavlov's dog. I hear that noise go off, that cha-ching that my phone does, and I'm like, poof. Can't help it. I mean, it's bad. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so we are done with my haul. We are not done with the shop haul. My haul and my WIPs and my new starts and my finishes took almost an hour. I had planned on doing designer spotlight. How long y'all won't be here today? Y'all can watch this over like 3 times. You can pause it and go about your work week and then come back. You know, whatever you need to do. Question number 4 on here. I'm going to spin around. So you can get the back side of my business. And I'm going to pick up this heavy box. Shop. The next question on it was, do you have any pets? And we have basically, I mean, I've answered that a little bit. We have a kitten who is 4 months old, roughly 4 months old. I have a 1.5-year-old cat. Oh, Skeeter Ray's the 4-month-old. Arlo is the 1.5 years. He's a little bit more than 1.5 years. He'll be 2 years old in February. And he's walking right below me right now. And I have a 16-year-old cat, Isis. And we have an outdoor cat, Flowers, who is, there's Arlo. That's my bobtail. Flowers is 20 years old. And she's outdoor. She's always been outdoor. She will not come indoors. And bless her heart, she looks rough because she quit cleaning herself. We can't wipe her with stuff. I mean, it's at this point where we really should just shave her because she's got like mats. But I feel like it would traumatize her. So she's still eating like she's a young cat. So we just keep feeding her. It's getting a little chilly out, so we're going to turn her heating pad back on. She has an insulated house with a heating pad in it, and we turned off the heating pad the whole summer, which she wasn't even in the house. She was up on the lawn chairs. So try to live her best life, I guess, for 20. All right, shop stuff. See which way do we want to go? Okay, so I showed this before, right? But y'all see that phenomenal fabric that's in there? And I had promised, I don't have these listed yet because I want to make sure they didn't sell out before I got the stinking fabric in. And I didn't know if I would get the fabric in. I was a little concerned. Wasn't sure. I don't have nowhere to set my stuff. That's fine. I'll set it there. Wasn't sure I was going to get it, but I got it. So, of course, they're all folded where you can't see them very well, but that's the printed. They're panels, and they're approximately, the panel part is like 11 by 13, approximately. So that's the written part. So you see how much more you have over here. So if you weren't putting that exact design, I mean, who knows what else you could put on here. But the writing part, there's a little bit of the date, is 11 by 13. But, so these are the panels. I think they're $28. They go with this, but you buy them and you put whatever you want to on them. They are 32 count linen. I did take a piece. We'll see. We'll see if I stitch on it. We'll see. And I got some other exciting news. It's another new designer that I purchased one of her patterns from an online store, and then I immediately reached out to her and said, oh my God, I need to carry your patterns. And she said, oh my God, I need you to carry my patterns. It was amazing. It's the Resting Eagle is the name of her company. And these are PDFs, by the way. So I have moved up in the world and I now have a few PDF patterns. Isn't that exciting? And I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but it was really easy. So, put a spell on Johnny. This is the one I saw and knew I had to carry her. I mean, oh, I say her. You don't know. Now that I know Erin is the main designer at Autumn Lane. I feel bad. But, well, Cassandra's brains, too, behind it. This is the one I actually purchased from the other place. I mean, I have a thing for Poe. So these are all in my shop. Or they will be this afternoon, but they'll be in my shop probably before you see this. Depends on how long YouTube wants to. I upgraded my internet, but we'll see. How cute is that? I know it's Valentine's Day, but I don't care. Just kiss me. It's very demanding, like me. Jack and the Bats. I just love her patterns, and she's new. I mean, like, I really think she's gonna be doing some things. I think she lives in Italy too. The Witch on the Moon. So I'm very excited for her next launch release. And she's got some samplers that I really, really like. I just wanted to get the Halloween ones in first. So then I can, after Halloween's over, we can then work on getting samplers. So I've also added scissors. So these, and I got a couple other colors. They just sent them to me randomly. So I have like 2 blue, 1 orange, I don't know, whatever. So you cannot pick your color on these. Sorry, guys. it would be a logistical nightmare because, like I said, they send them to me randomly. So I can't ever count on if I will ever get a blue again. So I'm doing the same to y'all. You're going to get a random color if you order these. I kept one of these out and put it in one of my project bags. They were pretty good. I do like the cap that comes off, and I do like they're easy. They're just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I don't know why I have sound effects for things. I don't know. And I have so many that y'all have not heard or witnessed. What's the next question? I don't forgot we got questions. What are your other hobbies besides stitching? I can't talk about it on here. Currently, quilting, card making, distressing stuff, mixed media. Not that shit. I hate vinyl. Look at all that vinyl and I don't do anything with it. I have a Cricut Maker. Little guys right there. Vinyl sucks. I don't like it. I don't like messing with it. I've made a few things. It's fun. It's cute. Y'all, I get like, hands start sweating. I can't. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I have it. It's my problem. I buy all the things. It's when you don't have children, that's what you do. You buy a child's worth of vinyl. That's a college education right there. I mean, community college, but still. And it just sits there and looks pretty. I don't touch it. What else do I do? I'm looking around here. I do like paper crafty things. I'll show a picture of, I don't have any paper crafty things to show. I'll show a picture of a cup. I'll put in, if I could find, I have a really cool mask that I made a friend. I'll put it there. If not, and I made like this Tiffany looking like lamp out of paper. It was really cool. I have no other paper things around here that I can reach and grab without y'all seeing my bootata again. So yeah, I don't know. I got a ton of crap. I don't really do, I wouldn't say any of them are hobbies. They're wannabe hobbies. That's what they are. They're wannabe hobbies. I love listening to podcasts. Is that considered a hobby? Because I don't read as much anymore. So I listen to podcasts. What is your favorite movie? Y'all gonna judge me. I have 2 favorites and a gazillion runner-up. Don't judge me. Fight Club is one of my favorite movies. And I don't know what it is. The fact that a man can stand in a doorway with yellow rubber gloves on, naked, digging in his belly button, and it not be a turnoff. Brad Pitt. I'm just saying. If my husband did that, he would be banned from the house. It's disgusting. Brad Pitt, I'd drink his dirty bathwater. Just saying. That's gross. Sorry. A little passionate. And then my other favorite movie is like 300. Again, don't judge me. They're not rom-coms. They're never though I love rom-coms and I watch them all the time, they're just not my favorite. Yeah. Fight Club and 300. Apparently I'm violent because my favorite podcasts are like My Favorite Murder. What else do we have? Any of the Cold Case Files. What about Southern Fried Crime? I've been listening to her. It's amazing because she's also in Nashville. Any of the Unsolved stuff. Jensen and Holes, their podcast. I mean, if it's about murder, I'm watching it or listening to it. Want to know my favorite book? All right, if I'm not gonna do favorite book of all time because we all gonna, it's To Kill a Mockingbird and those kind of things when you're younger. But the Librarian, I think is the name of it. If it's not, I'll put it here. I'll put who it's by though. It is a great book. It takes a lot to get into at first, but it's phenomenal. And it's about vampires. You wouldn't think it's about vampires, but it's about vampires. It's great. My favorite music. Y'all gonna judge me again. I'm gonna show you these scissors first. Y'all gonna have to wait for my favorite music. Anybody, can y'all guess what my favorite music is? I got kitty cat scissors. So they comes in oranges. And he comes in a green. And a blue. But the blue don't have no mouth. And all they said was, oops, it's a design flaw. We know. We'll fix it at some point. So it's fine. It's just a quiet cat. I have 2 of those. Arlo does not talk at all. You will not hear him meow. He chirps, chatters. That's it. So we'll call these Arlo scissors. No mouth. And then there's Pink. Boop, boop. Aren't they cute? And these you can pick your color. Because I was trying to be nice. Because I can get them in a set where I know how many pinks I'm getting, how many blues I'm getting, blah, 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 blah. Y'all like that? So professional. And then I got some polka dotty scissors. Got this the polka dots, which is the white one, the pink one, and the blue one. And what I did was I bought, I think they're for knitting needles. And I put one of these on the end of all these. I got to buy some more because I ran out. But so when you buy a pair, as long as you guys don't go buy 100 pairs to where I can't catch up and buy the little green nubby things, you will have a protector on your scissors. I had originally bought the nubbies so that y'all could buy those too, but there's like 4 to a pack and most people buy a pair of scissors and you don't need 4 nubbies. But if y'all want the nubbies too, so you can put them on the scissors you already have, I can list those, but that's not how I currently have it. I currently am just providing you guys with nubbies. And I got that swirly and that swirly. Ooh, that swirly. And again, these have nubbies too. But I can't stab myself because they got some nubby. So the nubbies only come in green. I did not put nubbies on the cats because the cats have a protective thing. I didn't forget about my music. I'm also now got 24 and 28. I already have 26. Like it's there. I'm pointing to 26. Y'all can't see. Oh, okay. It's because they go in between 24 and 28. Whatever. 26 is already in my store. So I'm going to start carrying the 28 and the 24. Now, you would know if I carry these, what size needle you need to use for which one. But I ordered these. They sent me 2. I ordered 5. So I've been debating. Do I want to list just 2? I mean, I feel like that's lame. I will place another order to get more of these. So I thought, I'm going to do a giveaway. Because I now have over 400 subscribers. What? Right? So I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do one giveaway this week, and then we'll do the other one next week. And as everybody spilled, don't put free giveaway or any of that stuff in the comments, because that's how trolls get in there and they get your stuff. And I want it to be somebody who will actually love it to get it versus a troll that lives under a bridge and just wants free shit. I'm not about that life. So, in order to get this, I don't have the app. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I'm going to use a word because I know there's a thing that you can like put the word in and whatever, and it looks through the comments, whatever. So your comment is going to be my favorite music. Your comment will be Tupac. Is that evil of me to be making a bunch of people that do not care about 90s rap put Tupac? You can spell it 2 ways. You can put the number 2, P-A-C, or you can spell it T-U-P-A-C. See, I'm even helping y'all out. Tupac. You do not have to put Shakur. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, so the magic word for the cross stitch key has nothing to do with cross stitch nor the product. Tupac. So yeah, my favorite music, 90s rap. Hands down, 100%, 90s kid. Love it. Now, I love Bob Marley, I love Otis Redding, I love the Beatles, I have Disney music, not into Broadway show tunes. Not really into musicals, except for every Disney movie is a musical, to be honest. And except for Grease and Labyrinth. They're phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, I don't really care for country. I like 80s country because I was forced to listen to it as a kid. And so now I kind of like it just because I know the words. Not really into country. Yep. 90s rap. Could you tell? And that's why I hashtag Stitch Life instead of Thug Life. I'm Stitch Life. Which, by the way, my Bitmoji that you create, it's this little blonde chick with her little bun and everything, and she has a black shirt on, and in white it says Thug Life on it. And so everybody always thinks it's funny when I send a little Bitmoji because it says Thug Life. Because I don't know. I mean, I'm not Thug Life, but I will cut you if I had to. Or would I? The last question. I'm sure y'all are done. And I got a whole box, so you ain't done listening to me talk, but I'm done answering questions. The last one is, what one word best describes you? It's like a job interview. You don't want to sound too cocky, but yet you don't want to put yourself down. Gotta find that happy medium. It's that the flaw that's actually a positive. So like when you say you're a perfectionist, that's your flaw. and owners, businesses are like, oh, but that's a good flaw. One word best describe me. I mean, full of shit is, but that's way more than one word. I mean, sarcastic is a good one. Loyal, probably. I'm very loyal. I'm even loyal to my customers. I do anything and everything I can for them. I have one lady that's never cross-stitched before, and she was interested in purchasing a pattern. She doesn't understand how patterns are, how they work, or any of the things. So I made her a private YouTube video to show her and explain how patterns are, how they work, what she needed to know, what type of fabric, what the floss was. And then I made my husband, because I don't carry DMC, I made him go to Hobby Lobby and pick up the DMC for the pattern. He was going anyways. Oh, because he was going to buy more things to put in the stairway. He hasn't yet. But I will, I got a little video. And ignore my stairs. I know the video is probably playing right now. Yes, I stack stuff up my stairs in the intent that the next person that walks up the stairs, which is always me, will carry it. Some of that stuff's been sitting on my stairs since probably a year, maybe. So bad. Yeah. So my husband decorated the banister and it looks amazing. And I think we will absolutely continue just buying the picks for the wreaths and putting them in there because I think it looks great. There's no sense in taking it down. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So he was going to Hobby Lobby anyways because he wants to buy some more things to put in there. So I had him pick up the DMC floss so that I could just sell her the fabric, the floss. I gave her one of my little sample needles so that she didn't have to buy a whole pack of needles. She may not like it. She may not do it again. So gave her the needle, and I told her once she gets it, I will make her a private YouTube video showing her how to hide the tail, how to make the X, and how to finish it off. So yeah, I'm very loyal to my people. Or helpful. Maybe helpful. It don't matter. It don't matter. All right. Questions. Do y'all know me better? Probably not. Okay. Shut up and show us the patterns. Or drop them on the floor. Whatever. We are 119. I told y'all to bring that pot in. Of coffee. Pot of coffee. Or tea. Not the pot. I live in Tennessee. We can't have the pot. And my husband's a cop. It's funny that was my second. The first one should have been, I can't have the pot because my husband's a cop. No, it was that it's illegal. Whatever. Madame Chantilly. How cute is this little guy? He is in a can of pumpkins. A pumpkin. Is it so cute? It's called Halloween Can. Oh, give me a good cat pattern any day. The other one's on the floor. This is Halloween week. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Madame Chantilly. And these, I think, are 2020 patterns. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. You can come up here. He reaches up, and then I pat, and he looks at me like, what? I didn't want anything. Come on. I'm filming. I'm doing stuff. I wouldn't mess with you if it wasn't that everybody wants to see you. With your ear hair looking like an old man. Anyways, yes. Halloween week. I love it. You coming up here or not? Halloween goodies. Another Madame Chantilly. She's also Italy. Got a lot of Italian designers. I carry a lot. It's not on purpose. I just pick what I like and there you go. Artful Offerings. Haunted Manor House. How cool is that? Hey, do you want up here? Quit touching my butt if you don't want up here. Nope. He just wants pets. All right. Are you good? And then this one is Thistles. And I'm not familiar with this designer, but it's Pilgrim's Fathers selling from Delfshaven. Don't get me lying. So I figured I don't have the Brenda Gervais Mayflower one that's so amazing. And it says Pilgrims, but there may be other Pilgrims. I don't know where the Mayflower left from. That is a direct reflection on my school system. Actually, it's not. I went to a really good school system. It's a direct reflection on that I didn't give two craps when it was time to learn it. That's the problem. Speaking of Miss... Quit grabbing my butt. Come on if you're coming. Here. Go ahead. Get up in there. Okay. Speaking of Brenda, now that I'm really close to the camera, Bittersweet and Broomsticks. Isn't that cute? Should I get the glitter off a little bit? Another Brenda Gervais design. Scary Mouse. Oh, that plastic is so glary. Another one, Brenda, with thy needle and thread. I keep forgetting saying that. But Autumn Gatherings. And I really like this, but I don't think I could do that basket. I keep trying to say above my pay grade. I'm not getting paid to stitch this stuff. But it's definitely above it's not in my wheelhouse. And then apparently I just went Brenda Gervais crazy. And this one I think has been around for a while, which is Brew. So cute. And then I think this is a new one. Hilda, they're all new to me, so that's why I can't figure out whether they're 2020 or before that. Hilda Boo and Sunflowers too. I love it. All right, y'all. Here's another Sarah one. And she's also from Italy. Again, I don't know. Now this one in the shop is going to look a little pricey. But it comes with 4 wooden buttons. Those little ghost eyes are so cute. I hope this is going to come in clear. this pattern, I'm buying one for myself. I mean, so much going on, so much detail. I love it. And I already know I love the sampler. And then I'm gonna save those for last because I got a story for those. I ain't got enough. I don't have enough hands. I need more hands. And all I got's a cat laying behind my butt. You don't help. You no help, Skeeter. All right. Now this one's been around, but Niecy Lynn just showed hers. It's Blackbird Designs Casting a Spell. She just showed her finish and an easier way that she discovered than doing, I don't know if the instructions said Jello box or she saw that somewhere else, but she found a easier way to do it than messing with the Jello box. And then this box, it actually tells you, it's at Hobby Lobby. The pattern actually tells you like where to get it. And it's really cute. All right, Barbara Anna Designs, Forest Queen. Look at my camera that you can now see. Ignore the camera. Focus on the fox lady. That fox girl. And then the little fox in a dress over here. It's amazing. And it fits so well with that cat that's in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. It's perfection. Tiny Modernist, the Stitch Goddess, and one of the girls on girls. I say girls a lot, and I don't mean it disrespectful. They're ladies. I just call everybody girl. One of the ladies. See, I don't think I like being called lady. I think it makes me sound like I'm old. So, one of the gals. I don't know. Anyway, Steel City Stitchers. She started this. It's so cute. I love it. Do I hold my stuff up long enough? Because I'm trying to without taking up too much time. Because when I was stitching the other day and I was watching, I wasn't hitting somebody's keyword correctly. And I don't remember what video it was, but every single time they said something, they must have been doing this. And then saying, yes, and then I have this and da-da-da. And then as soon as they would say that, I would look up and then the pattern was gone. So I try to, hold it up. This is Lila Studios. The bee comes. Imagine that. Another bee pattern. Her bees are just the best bees that I have seen. All of her bee patterns. Her bees are just, she's got bees down pat. They're amazing. And then this I talked about because I had the primitive pillow. This is Abby Rose Design. This is another one of their primitive pillows. 'Tis the Season. And I wasn't really feeling this, but I thought I'm gonna make that bell silver. The variegated floss. And then I think I'll like it. Just not a gold person. And then I got some more. Well, I didn't get more Nikki's creation. I had these last week, but I was holding them back. This is Christmas tag ornaments. How cool are those? And then she's got the little template in there to know how to cut them. And also Nikki's creations, Christmas cube. That's Noelle. I'm trying to go through these pretty fast. And then we got another Biscornu. It's a hedgehog. That's Tiny Modernist. Look at that little hedgehog. Oh. So cute. And another Abby Rose Designs. Another little, it looks like more like an ornament. I think it's like teeny tiny small, but Christmas time. Oh, I really like that one. That'd be a really cute, quick stitch. I may stitch that for my, y'all, I gotta make a list of the ones I gotta buy. I may stitch that for my mother, so she can put on her Christmas tree. that they probably won't put up because they lazy. Abby Rose Designs. Comfort and Joy. Look at that great pillow. See, I want these little pillows, like, because I have the bowls and the things, and I could put so many pillows in the bowls instead of having the rick-rack crap. Excuse me. Instead of having the wicker balls and the other things I have in them, I would much rather have really cute pillows. All right, Barband Design. If you do not have this, you should. It's from 2018, so I'm a little late to the party. It's Christmas is coming. Everybody has to have a Santa on a snail. That Santa on that snail is everything. And I wish this glare wasn't so daggone bad. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't help it. Nothing I can do. But that snail. He's everything. He's everything. And then this is one of Lila's new. Just kidding. It says 2017, but maybe that's the copyright of hers. I thought this was new. Oh well. It's new to me. New to my shop. But Let Freedom Ring. Because I thought for these guys, if y'all ready to have them out for the 4th, y'all better get started. I mean, mine would be ready for the 4th, 2022. If I started right now. But, and then I got Twin Peak Primitives, and they got One Nation Under God. So, because these are both some big girls. Biggins. So, I feel like y'all need to go ahead and buy them, get started now. So they be ready to go. And then one last one before I get to my super exciting ones. This is Lila Studios, and it's Peacock Sampler. Why does it nothing? Did I show the back of that? I hope I didn't, because I don't want to blur. It's so hard. Look how great that is, though. I love it. Love it. I was going to save that one for another time, because you guys, I have a whole box out there of patterns that I've not listed yet. And I slowly get, because everything right now is kind of seasonal. So like I want to get, you know, the seasonal stuff out, and then occasionally throw in some samplers or something else. And then the other stuff can slowly come once I've gotten all my Christmas stuff out. Maybe a few of it can come in November. All right, so I got 2 new samplers that I am so excited about, and we are an hour and 33 minutes in. I'm so sorry. Again, just break it up. It's fine. You ain't got to sit down and watch this all one time. It's not the Super Bowl. It's fine. Hi. Boy, people that stopped, couldn't watch this all the way through is going to be very disappointed that you just now decided to show your head after I've been talking for an hour and 30 minutes. Yep. They're going to be very upset they missed you, Skeet. They're going to be upset they missed you. Oh, he's such a lovey baby. He's such a lovey baby. Mama's lovey. I'm a little worried. He's really long, but he's really short. Not worried, but I'm like, I mean, his legs aren't so short that he's like the Munchkin breed, but he's either going to be ginormous because he's so long, and he's a little piggy. He's nursing. But like, I hope he gets taller, because right now he just looks like a stretch limo on little bitty tires. Poor baby. Okay, so as I was going through one of my distributors, because I have 2, and then other things I do directly from the designer. One of the distributors, I don't get from them as much just because it takes them longer to get to me. But every now and then, they have more of the notion. So like they had all the scissors and stuff, so I had to go through them. And then I was like, oh, I'll look at what their new patterns are. And then also ones that the other place are out of, I try to get them there. Whatever I can do. And I almost lost my mind. Now, I was raised in Franklin. I currently live in Spring Hill because I can't afford to live in Franklin as an adult. Nobody. Most of us that were raised there don't live there. Beautiful, beautiful town. It's where my husband works. So there was a famous Civil War battle, the Battle of Franklin. It was one of the bloodiest 5 hours in the war or whatever. I don't know all the facts. Don't hold me to that. I do better at murder and ghost. Not Civil War facts. So growing up, we always, you go to the houses, at least in the South. I mean, I'm sure you guys do in the North. You got older houses than we have. West Coast, I don't know where y'all go because y'all ain't that old. But, so we have, you have your homes, and as a kid, we would go to a couple of different historic homes. They still have tours of them, and I've been as an adult, and, there, you learn about the time and what happened and about the battle, and of course the horribleness of owning people and all that comes along with plantation life. But I do love history, and I do love learning about it, because I feel like as much as it's very uncomfortable as a white person to discuss that white people owned dark-skinned people. It's a very uncomfortable topic. Doesn't mean you shouldn't talk about it, because it happened. So I do find a lot of these places, when they have the stories about slaves, I find them fascinating, and I wish their stories were told more. But most of the time, they're not told. I mean, you see a lot of times they'll have the slave cabins, like Andrew Jackson's house. They have a bunch of his cabins and stuff. And I get it. They talk about like the housing that he had for his slaves. Now, I don't know about like field slaves, but most of his other slaves, like he had really nice cabins, and they were better cabins than a lot of regular folk were living in. Doesn't matter. He still owned them. They were still slaves. I don't care if they had a nice house or not. They couldn't just leave that house if they wanted to. Okay, off soapbox, done. Just saying my piece. Sorry. All right. So, and I'm saying that from a place of my ancestors fought on both sides. I am proud of both of them for what they felt like they needed to do at the time, for whatever reasons they needed to do it. My great, could be another great in there, I don't know, grandfather, he fought for the Confederacy, but he also had the lynch mob after him for freeing slaves. I'm not sure he understood what a lot of the Confederacy was fighting for, if that's what he was doing, but I think a lot of it had to do with wherever you lived, that's what you fought for, because that's where your home was at and you were trying to protect it. Again, I'm not getting into this this debate. We all know owning people, wrong. Yeah. Okay, so one of the houses that I've done numerous tours of as a kid and as an adult is called the Carnton Mansion. And mainly because it is haunted AF. They used to do candlelight tours and stuff, but now all of a sudden Franklin's decided, at least part of the historical society has decided they don't want it to be about ghosts, which is dumb because everybody's loving some ghosts and you see ghost shows all the time. You know how many people would like come if they would do some type of like ghost story thing? I don't. They didn't ask my opinion. They should have, but they didn't. That's fine. We do have a walking tour, ghost tour that they do. That's amazing. I've done it a couple times. That's downtown Franklin. But as of, the Carton mansion, they try to pretend that they don't have ghosties, and they do. I mean, at one point in the Civil War, there were, at the Battle of Franklin, I think there were 7 generals piled up on the front porch. It was used as a hospital. You can still see the blood stains on the floors. Horrible shit happened in that house. And I'm sure that was before the war also. It's amazing stories about the house and everything. But where I lost my ever-loving mind is Yarn Tree, which is one of the distributors, which is in like Iowa or Utah. I don't know. It's somewhere out that way. Has the Carton House sampler. What? And this isn't displayed all the time there, but it is sometime. And I'm sure when it was displayed was when I was a kid and didn't give a rat's ass about cross stitch. I didn't know any better. But you guys, oh, and that's the house. But I lost my mind. Now, I will tell you, I love how they say this. Catherine Morgan, she was born 1824 to Calvin and Mary Morgan. Her sampler was stitched in her 11th year. Okay, so she's 11 years old. In 1836 in Franklin. It was given to Carton, which is a Civil War historical site, blah, 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 by a distant cousin of the maker. So it wasn't actually anybody in this house that stitched it, but the house now with the Battle of Franklin Trust, the sampler is now there. And it was stitched in Franklin though. But guys, lost my mind. And the next one was even worse. And so y'all don't give a crap about Franklin samplers. But they in my shop anyways. Because they're samplers. I mean, come on. And it's great. And they have a great story. Well, that one's a very short story. But, and that's 11-year-olds. And I'm telling you, these 11-year-olds are stitching circles around my ass. Circles. Like, I just can't get over, like, they're phenomenal. All right. So the next one, and the last one I got to show y'all. Yeah. And we ain't doing designer spotlight, and I apologize, but guys, this is going to be 2 hours long. Shit. Okay. Sorry, my mouth. The other house that's a big draw to the Franklin area is the Carter house. The battle literally happened in its front yard. Like, the whole house and the outbuildings and everything are just peppered with holes. Like, cannonball, like, just ridiculous. And the whole family and their neighbors, and the neighbor's house is still standing, and it's a museum that actually does do ghost tours. The Lotz house, it was a German family. The Lotz were even over at the Carter's house, and they were all hiding in the basement with a few of they had a few slaves there, their kids, neighbors. I'm not sure. I think there was like 16 people hiding in that basement. And the Confederate army, because the Union got here first. Get a little backstory. And the Confederate army was coming from Spring Hill, marching on through up to Franklin, and where they met was basically at the Carter house. And so since the army was coming from the south, they went to the northmost room in the cellar. They were all down the cellar. They had a really nice cellar, actually. And currently the way the Carter house has it set up is they have a chair for each person that was in there with their name plaque on it, including the slaves. Creepy to think those people just huddled down in that room, hearing all the anguish and the dying and the violence. It had to be so terrifying. I cannot imagine. But anyways, Mary, and she was called Polly. I don't know why. Polly ain't short for Mary. I have no idea why she's called Polly, but whatever. This one is the Carter house sampler. And she actually lived in the Carter house. She ended up marrying Mr. Carter, and she actually did this sampler, I think, when she was 11 years old, and it was when she was living in Tennessee in a log cabin in rural Williamson County, near the Natchez Trace. And that's where she, and the cabin apparently is still there, and so is the cemetery. And that's where she completed the sampler. She goes on to marrying Mr. Carter, and there's a whole story on the back. But the best story is about this guy right here. This is Todd Carter. This is Mary's son. He was a captain in the Confederacy. He fought in the Battle of Chattanooga, and I think they said Shiloh. I could be making that up. We don't know because it doesn't say on the back of here. Let's just go with it. Fought in a ton of horrible battles, right? So he had heard, got wind that the Union Army was in his hometown. He was born in this house. So his regiment, whatever regiment it was, sorry, I'm not a historian, they decide to meet up with the other Confederate Army and help with, because, I mean, you know, he's like, come on, boys, I'm headed home. Who's with me? They all went. And he died brutally 175 yards from his house. Well, I'm sorry, he was mortally wounded 175 yards from his house, the house he was born in, and then died in 2 days later. And they brought him into the house, and his sisters oversaw him, and he kept going in and out of consciousness. And one of the things he kept telling them was, I know y'all, but I can't talk right now. And so allegedly his last words were home, home, home. His whole family is in the basement while he's outside dying. And to live through all the battles that he lived through and to die at home is just gut-wrenching to me. And you can look him up. There's a whole bunch more to it that's even worse. Like with the little girl he was engaged to. I mean, it is a tearjerker for sure. Just don't get hung up on the fact that he was fighting for the wrong side. It is what it is. Still human. Still a super sad story. So I am beside myself that they had these samplers. Because I was raised here. I'm beside myself. So hopefully you'll be beside yourself and you'll like them and you'll want to buy them. They're great samplers. I mean, they're gorgeous. And the fact that two 11-year-olds who, I mean, you see all these samplers, they're normally like 9-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and I'm barely stitching a fish, guys. They're killing me, that's for sure. I'm not going to do a designer spotlight. I'll save it for next week. Sorry. I do want to make sure that I said, I did tell you I got the Gentle Arts order coming. I also have a Teresa Kogut. I ordered some stuff for her, so she will be coming. Anything else? Talked about the giveaway. We know what the word is, right? Yeah. Y'all, if nobody comments that word, it's gonna hurt my feelings. y'all, surely, right? Tupac. This is a great thing to have, this key. I mean, you got your corner guide on here. It even shows a cloth counter, so you can put this next to the cloth to know what count it is. It even has just a mini ruler. It's got a reference guide, so it tells you the needle size for what count. It even tells you how many floss strands are recommended for which count. It's a hard, so I love mine. And here's mine right here out of the plastic. Let me cover all the things up with the fingers. Love it. So that's what's up for grabs. And I mail it to you. Probably will throw in something else because that's the way I roll. All right. Did I forget anything in here? No. Oh, Nick Stitches. Honey, where you at? I watched her Flosstube and I miss her. She's not done a video in like 7 months and I miss her greatly. Come back, please. Join us. Come back. I think I got everything. And if I didn't, guess what? I'll be here next week. It's fine because I will have enough stuff to show next week too. And hopefully I'll have some more stitching then. But until then, have a wonderful stitchy day.
What are you doing on my head? Huh? What are you doing? Are you biting my ear? Are you biting my ear? Skeeter, Ray, what you doing? What are you doing? You're falling. What are you doing? Huh? Are you just comfy? We're just chilling. Oh, now we're biting my shoulder. Boy, you're a mess. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You're a mess. You're a mess. What are you doing? You're so sweet with your kisses. You're so sweet with your kisses.